Hi guys, this is Vijay. I'm a chartered accountant from Kavach Academy. We are Bangalore's one of the best CA coaching centers. So today I am now looking to explain you about the public sector industry, the public sector of India. So what is this public sector? Let us look at. So when you look at a public sector, these are the companies which the government has opened. Now technically, what is the job of the government? Government is responsible to govern, that is, administer the country, and it is not the government's headache to run businesses. But sometimes there is no other option. Governments end up running businesses, and these businesses which government owns and runs, these are called public sector undertakings. In India, short form is PSU. Now there are many. There are more than around 120 public sector undertakings which government runs. But the thing is, governments technically are not meant to run businesses. Is it so? Is it not? So it's about governing. But when they are running businesses, and especially when those businesses make losses, right, this is where the problem comes, because it is the taxpayers' money, people like you and me who are paying taxes. These monies are getting into public sector companies to fund them while they are making losses. So this is one pain point which government also feels the pinch, because on one side they are getting revenues from citizens, and the problem with revenues with citizens is Indian kind of nations, people are not very keen on paying taxes. So it's already a challenge to recover taxes, and with such difficulty you recover taxes, and these taxes are being pumped into a public sector company to just keep them afloat even though they are making losses. So this is what leads to a concept of disinvestment meaning, why don't we just sell off our public sector companies? Who are these public sector companies? There are many, as I told you, more than 100. Let us name a few. Okay, I hope you would have heard about NTPC, that is National Thermal Power, right? NTPC is belonging to the Ministry of Power. Similarly, we have Indian Oil Corporation, the petrol pumps, right? The oil and gas, right? That is under Ministry of Petroleum and Natural Gas. Similarly, we have Bharat Petroleum, again into petroleum products. We have ONGC, that is natural gas, oil and natural gas. That's into excavation, that's into identifying the resources per energy. Then we have BHEL, that is Bharat Heavy Electricals, which is into heavy machinery equipment for reservoirs, turbines, and so. We have Coal India Limited, which is into manufacture of coal. Steel India, which is into manufacture of steel. Gas India, which is into gas. So many. These are just to name a few. Then the ones which I have just named, these are called the Maharatna. Maharatna is the great diamond, literal translation, which basically means these at one point of time were very, very big revenue generators for the government of India. Today, maybe not. Today things are different, because there is a lot of private enterprise which is also competing with this government enterprise, and government is busy in governing, and the monitoring and running of these PSUs hasn't been great. So the question is, should we privatize? Correct? Because privatization is something which belongs to the government now belongs to private people. It could be anything. A government park can be privatized, private people will run the park. A government museum can be privatized, a government company also can be privatized. Now, has India privatized earlier? A lot. In fact, if you look at the financial year 18-19, we have privatized entities close to around 1 lakh crores. So government actually sold off their businesses costing and valuing around 1 lakh crores, and we have been privatizing since the last 10 years almost, especially in the last 2 years, 3 years. There have been a lot of privatizations because government is unable to take the loss anymore. So if you look at some of the biggest privatizations that have happened in the history, have all happened in the last 20 years roughly. You would have heard about modern food industry. If you have not, in my childhood there used to be something called modern bread. Okay, so government was even into the business of bakery, that is making bread, and eventually in 2000 they sold off that bread business to Hindustan Unilever. And similarly we have Balco, that is aluminium, Bharat Aluminium. In 2001 they sold it off to Vedanta. Vedanta is one of the private miners now. Hindustan Zinc has also gone to Vedanta. Similarly, Madras Aluminium Company, Malco, has also gone to Vedanta. If you see CMC, there was this company called Computer Maintenance Center, CMC, run by government. This was a software company, so government was even into software business. Later it was sold to Tata, that became later TCS, Tata Consultancy Services. And Indian Petrochemicals Corporation. Now this was sold off to Reliance. So it is Reliance Petrochemicals now. That happened in 2007. The biggest one in India is Maruti, of course. Maruti Suzuki has been privatized in around 2007. So right from bread until car, we were manufacturing everything as government, but it is not feasible. Eventually, these are some of the biggest privatizations that happened. But the problem is privatization good or bad? There are two views. One is the public view. If you ask public, like people like you and me, we would like to say that yeah, it's a good move to privatize. Why? Because our tax money is unnecessarily getting into loss-making companies. But that's not always the case. Look at the other angle, the laborers or the workers, employees side. They never feel great. Like look at this case where BPCL doesn't want itself to be sold off Bharat Petroleum. The government is thinking of, but the labor union is now saying that how the hell will you sell, why do you want to sell us? Because we are making good profits and we are making good turnovers, good profits. Like look at these numbers, every year their profits are rising in crores, like lakhs of crores. Like what's your problem? Like why do you want to sell our company to private parties? This is a valid question actually. Yeah, so labor sentiment or employee sentiment is different because they fear that once a company gets privatized, the private party may be very competitive, aggressive, and they might lose their jobs. And also not just about jobs, they have a very personal identification with these companies. They have served these companies for as long as they could remember. 30 years, 35 years they've been working with these companies. Suddenly someone is acquiring this company and they don't like this, so they have a belongingness. So there are both views. Now let us look at the case of Air India. Air India is right now put up for sale because of this coronavirus pandemic and all. The deal could not go through. They have put it on hold. But look at the figures. They have huge debts. They have around 53,000 crores of debt, and their profits like hardly 4,000 crores. Like how are you going to make? So if they are trying to sell themselves off, even if they sell themselves maximum of 30,000 crores, anywhere between 16,000 to 30,000 crores is the valuation. So even if Air India sells itself off for 30,000, it is still going to fall short because 53,000 crores of loans are there. How are they going? So probably a profit of 4,000 crores is not enough. How many years is it going to take to repay the debt? Maybe selling is one solution, but India has not learned this privatization story by ourselves. We are not the originators. Obviously our government has taken a lot of influence from British, because British were the people who ruled us, right? And British was the one kind of who taught us that government can do business. Like the East India Company was at up to one point of time was owned by the British government. So we learned this whole thing from UK. So in UK, if you see, this privatization spell was started in 1980 itself, 1980 to 1990. That was so almost 20 years before us they were into this privatization. Okay, we are started only since the last 10-15 years. So if you look at major British companies like British Airways, it's privatized. Everything British Petroleum has been privatized. So many of British Telecom, British Bus, even the bus services. Like in most of India, the bus service is run by the government, is it not? Even in UK that was the case. Even bus has been privatized. But in India, even now bus and trains are still run by the government. Even flights, I mean not everything, but Air India at least is a government company. The question is this all good? Should we sell off these companies? Let us take a classic case of Maruti Suzuki. So just like today BPCL employees are saying that we are a profit making company, why does the government want to sell our business and get rid of us? Similar story was with Maruti Suzuki. So in 2002-2003, during the Atal Bihari Vajpayee government, so Maruti was basically making a lot of cars. Even in 2002-2003, they had a net profit. They had a net profit of 146 crores, and they were able to make 360,000 cars every year. So they were like, why are you privatizing us? We are making good business. We are making 146 crores of profit and 3.6 lakh cars. But do you know, after privatization, cut to 15-year story, 2018-19, the same company is making 7,500 crore profit. Where is 146 crore? Where is 7,500 crore? and they are making 18.6 lakhs cars. Earlier they were at 3.6 lakh cars. So obviously in Maruti's case, privatization has really worked out well. Even though the company went into private hands, the turnovers grew, the profits grew, and the number of cars manufactured also grew. Now let us look at, does this story apply to every company? What if tomorrow we privatize Bharat Petroleum, and what if it runs into a loss? So let us look at the privatization impact. If you look at some of the statistics, all the statistics are pointing that before privatization how the company was performing, and after privatization every company has actually performed better, whether it in terms of the valuation, that is net worth, or in terms of the gross revenue, that is the sales. All companies have risen after privatization. So this actually shows us that maybe privatization is actually good. So whether it should be privatized, as I told you, there are both views, the public view and the employee view. But statistically we are looking at, yes, privatization has proved to be right, and it's not government's business to run business. Are you getting it? Government is there to govern, not to run businesses. So I hope this gives you a insight into what is Indian PSU sector, public sector is like, and how the disinvestment or privatization is actually going to impact us as a nation. Thank you so much. This is Vijay signing off. Bye.